I'm going deep with the most comprehensive guide to buying a new construction home. For those of you who've never built a home, this will be the most important video you watch on the subject. This is not the quick and dirty version. This is the most in-depth video on buying a new home from a home builder. Just so you know, I've been in the real estate industry for about 15 years, with my main focus being on new home construction. I have personally guided nearly 500 families through the process of building a home. I don't tell you this to brag. I simply want you to know that I'm speaking from loads of experience. I've also built 5 homes for myself, so I know what it's like to go through the home build process from your perspective. This video will give you all the information you need to build a home. I'm going to start with a story about a young couple. They were first-time home buyers. They had no clue what they were doing, but they wanted to build a new home. This is a true story, by the way. It's my story before I got my real estate license, and it's too often that I meet people who haven't taken the time to educate themselves on how the home builders operate before they look at homes. So here we go. Once upon a time, there was a very handsome young man. He was married to the most beautiful woman in all the land, but they had a big problem. They didn't have any land. They wanted to build a home, so they ventured out. The first stop was a home builder not too far from the city. When they walked into the model home, they were given a price sheet by the new home salesperson who represented the builder in that location. They spent the next hour walking through several different model homes in that community, carefully selecting a home in their budget based off the price sheet they were given. They excitedly returned to the model home to let the salesperson know which home they wanted to build. That is when he dropped the bomb on them, saying, "Our lot premiums start at $100,000. The young maiden's heart was broken. And the young man, well, he was angry. Why hadn't the salesperson given us that information up front? We had gotten our hopes up only to have them dashed to pieces. We left dejected." The end. Not really. This young couple was able to build a small home further from the city, but that was a heart-wrenching way to get an education. Thankfully, today there's videos like this to prepare and protect you from going through a similar situation. The fact that you're watching this video puts you way ahead of the naive couple in this story. Pat yourself on the back and get ready to learn. So, what should you do first? Get a loan approval. This is always the first step when buying or building a home. Once you know how much home you can afford and what your monthly payment will be, you can start looking. When you start driving around or researching online, you'll see some home builders advertising things like homes starting in the low 300s. This doesn't mean you can get your dream home for $300,000. Not even close. This advertised price is for the smallest home on the smallest lot with no additional upgrades. When you enter a model home, you'll be greeted by a model home salesperson. Don't be afraid, and don't avoid them. Yes, they are there to make a commission, but he or she will be able to help you quickly decide if their prices match up to your budget. So, when you step into the model home, follow the process that I'll go over here shortly, and if pricing is higher than expected, you can just leave. If the pricing is right, you can move forward with confidence. So, let's start with the price sheet, which will give you a list of homes that home builder builds in that community. Price sheets include basic information like square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, and of course, the price. But let me reiterate, this is just the base price. And this probably goes without saying, but each home will come with a different base price, usually starting with the smallest, least expensive home at the top of the sheet, with the homes gradually getting bigger and more expensive as you go down the page. Each builder is different. Some include a lot of great features. These are options that many builders charge extra for, while other builders come very basic with almost no included features. Your next step is to figure out what's included. Usually, a builder can give you an included feature sheet. Read through the list. If the builder includes a lot of great features, you may only add $20,000 to $30,000 in upgrades. If the builder doesn't include much, you may end up spending $50,000, even $100,000 more to get the upgrades you want and need. My wife and I once built with a builder that didn't include things like a garage door opener, air conditioner, and they put carpet in the bathrooms. This builder was building homes as cheap as they could. So, no joke, we spent nearly $40,000 on things we felt we needed before we even started to look at the things we wanted. We ended up spending somewhere around $80,000 to upgrade that home. Ouch. Just so you know, most builders' included features list are pretty sparse. So when you get to their design center, you may feel like they're trying to nickel and dime you. It's understandable to feel this way, but they do it because they don't want to force a bunch of options on their clients, especially the expensive ones. Next, you need to find out what home sites are available and what the premiums are on those lots. Pricing on home sites can range anywhere from free, or should I say included, up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on a lot of factors. Builders price homes two ways. Some include the home site in the base price, while others price the home and the home site separately. You'll want to figure this out as soon as possible. The builders that include the lot price with the price of the home will usually have a lot premium ranging from $0 up to maybe $30,000 if there's a large discrepancy between the lot sizes. For instance, a lot that's 0.12 acres might have no premium, while a half-acre lot in the same community may have a premium of $30,000 or more because it's 4 times larger. Now, the builder that doesn't include the lot premium in the base price of the home could charge as much as $50,000 or $75,000 for the smallest home site, and the prices can go way up from there. So which system is better? Really? It probably doesn't matter because in the end, the price of the home should be close to the same. However, I do think it's better to combine the price of the home with the lot because it's easier for home buyers to get an accurate starting price. I once worked for a builder that priced the home and the lot separately. People would see the sign that said home starting in the low 300s. Of course, after my experience as a first-time home buyer, I was always quick to tell potential buyers that yes, the home started in the low 300s, but the least expensive lot would cost an additional $80,000. I wanted to make sure there were no surprises so they wouldn't waste their time if they couldn't afford to build a home in my community. Still, the buyers were often upset, feeling like the sign was misleading because the price of the home with the home site is actually closer to $400,000. So now you know the size of the home site can drastically change what you pay for the lot. But there are many factors that can make the home site more expensive, or in a home builder's terms, give it a lot premium. These are things like views, the direction the home will face, if it backs to green space, or if it's waterfront, things of that nature. To put it simply, if there's something that makes the home site more appealing, it will most likely make the lot more expensive. Conversely, if there's something that makes the lot less desirable, the home site could actually have a negative lot premium. This may be something like proximity to train tracks, power lines, and etc. At this point, you should have a general idea of what you're going to end up paying for the home. If you want to confirm what you're thinking, ask the salesperson how much other people are paying for the similar home. If what you're thinking matches up with the salesperson's response, you're good to walk through the model home. Warning, most builders load up their model homes with upgrades, so be sure to ask the salesperson what's included and what's upgraded. If there are major upgrades that you'd like pricing for, ask the model home agent how much it will cost to add these items. This is usually large structural items like a 3-car garage, grandmaster bathroom, 9-foot ceilings, fireplace, and etc. Upgrades are usually divided into 2 separate categories: structural selections and interior design selections. Builders handle the selection process for upgrades very differently, and really, it's not pertinent to this video. Just understand that when you're preparing a budget, it's a lot harder and more expensive to make structural additions after the home has been completed. So your money is better spent adding the structural items over interior design selections. For instance, you can't add 9-foot ceilings once the home has been built, but you can pretty easily change the flooring, cabinets, countertops, plumbing and electrical fixtures down the road. When you start the selection process, costs add up quick. So be frugal. It's easier to add a few more items when you're under budget than it is to remove options if you go over budget. When you're ready to move forward, you'll need to select a home site and a floor plan. To make it official, you need to do two things. First, deliver an earnest money check to the builder. The required earnest money varies by builder and will usually range from $1,000 up to $5,000. Then, of course, you'll need to sign a contract. Those two actions will generally lock the price of the home and guarantee that you get that home site. Most builders also require a construction deposit. This is going to be the second deposit from you, usually due about a month after signing the contract once you've made your final selections. They require the additional deposit so you have more skin in the game, making it harder for you to back out. It also gives them the ability to remove options you selected that maybe they don't like if you do cancel. I'm not going to lie. Why would I? The home building process can be stressful. As a matter of fact, I've heard it's the #1 cause for divorce. I'm not sure if that's true, but if you feel so inclined, you can probably Google it. Personally, I've never had anyone get divorced while building a home with me, thankfully. But to ensure your marriage stays intact throughout the build process, make sure you educate yourself on the home building process. I have dozens of new home construction videos to answer your questions not answered in this video. But there are a few more things to cover before I bring this video to a close. First, can you negotiate with a home builder? The answer is usually not. But if you're going to ask the builder for a discount or a deal, do not ask them to drop the base price of the home. They won't do it. But they may give you a credit at the design center or towards closing cost. Often, an incentive from the builder will be tied to using the preferred lender. Some people are wary about using the builder's preferred lender. If this is you, check out my video, Is the Home Builder's Preferred Lender a Great Deal, or Are They Ripping You Off? I'll put a link to this below. If the builder has a home that's been sitting for a while or nearing completion, they may be more willing to negotiate. They call these homes quick move-ins or inventory homes. A lot of builders like to build inventory homes with the intent to sell them before they're completed. Why? Because as I stated earlier, the home build process is really hard on some people. Not to mention, some individuals want a new home, but they don't want to wait 8 months for the home to be built. Other times, people simply need a home right now. If you're someone that stresses out easily, you should seriously consider buying a quick move-in home instead of going through the home build process. Seriously. The main reason builders build inventory homes is because it's easier and it's less expensive, of course, right? So, what about a buyer's agent? My answer is, if you've already visited a model home without that agent, it's too late. The builder won't pay the agent because the realtor needs to be the procuring cause. If you feel like hiring an agent to represent you, go ahead. A lot of builders won't give you a better deal either way. That being said, if you're hoping to get a better deal by not bringing an agent, some builders will give you a discount, so it never hurts to ask. Hiring an agent can protect you should any issues arise. But if you decide to hire an agent, make sure they have a lot of experience working with home builders. Uneducated and unexperienced agents usually cause more problems than they fix. So, what about a home inspection? It can't hurt. Sure, with a brand spanking new home, you'll probably be wasting your money. It's rare that a builder makes serious mistakes, but it has definitely happened, even to the best of them. That being said, a builder's warranty usually covers anything that goes wrong, and builders usually do the right thing. So, it's your call. Just remember, you're buying a new home, not a perfect home. There is no such thing as a perfect home. How long will it take to build? This can vary significantly from builder to builder. Obviously, the process is going to take a lot longer if you're building a custom home versus a track home. Some builders do a great job of getting the buyers through the selection stage really quick, while others are more patient or less organized. All these things need to be taken into consideration. There are also many factors that can cause delays that are out of the builder's control. Things like weather, shortage of labor or supplies, and etc. Because this video is getting long, and because I've already gone in depth on the subject on a different video, I'm not going to elaborate. If you want more information, check out my video, The Home Build Timeline. I'll put a link to this video below. I can't forget one very important aspect of the home build process that has nothing to do with the builder or your home. It's the neighborhood. Is it a good one? How do you know? I suggest taking a walk through the neighborhood you're looking to build a home in. Talk to the residents. Ask them how they like living there. This is also a great opportunity to ask the neighbors how they like their home. They'll be honest. This is probably the best way to find out if the builder cares about their clients, builds high quality homes, and honors its warranty. Finally, be prepared for a wishy-washy response when you ask for a closing date. Most builders won't even give you an estimated closing date, especially before they start construction. When your home is 30 to 45 days from completion, most builders will give you a solid close date. This means they could still change the date if there's a random delay. The builder will also add some fluff or extra days to the schedule to make up for unexpected delays. So don't be surprised or get frustrated when your home seems to be completed and is just sitting there. You've been warned. Now that you're armed with this information and you're ready to move forward, there's one last important decision you need to make. And that is, which home builder will you select to build your home? This is not a short answer, but fortunately, I've created a video that answers this question. Your next logical step is to watch my video, How to Choose a Home Builder. You will find the link below. Really? When it comes to building a home, it can be a huge pain, but it will be worth it. I chose to specialize in new home construction because I sincerely believe you get the most bang for your buck with a new home. When you build a home, you can rest at ease knowing that years will pass with little to no maintenance or repair work. Also, new homes are built with stricter building codes. They often have the latest technology and products are always improving, so you should get a more energy efficient and a higher quality home. Really, there are too many benefits to list, and that's not what this video is about anyway, so I'll bring it to a close. For more great new home construction videos, please hit the subscribe button below. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and if you know someone else looking to build, do them a huge favor and forward this video on to them. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Please type your remarks below. Thanks for watching, and once again, please hit that little red subscribe button below. It'll make you feel good.